we go. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're doing Thriving Thursdays. This is our first one. I am Alina Hall-Sabadish, and I'll be leading us through a little bit of a lot of stuff today. Aroma Prana technique combines many different beautiful modalities that I love. I'll get the housekeeping stuff out of the way first because I know I'm going to forget it at the end because I'm going to be doing all this breath work along with you. But essentially, Aroma Prana technique was a kind of a system put together by a mother-daughter team, and they combine basically a whole bunch of different things for emotional healing. So it's essential oils, it's yoga through breath work and through mudra, so hand yoga, and a lot of breathing and a lot of affirmations and intention. So if you're just joining us, welcome. We're going to be learning a little bit about Aroma Prana technique, and then we're actually going to be doing some of the exercises. We don't have time today because it is just a 20-minute class to do the entire technique. That can take closer to really anywhere from a half hour to an hour, depending on how much time you want to give it. But the full technique uses the following oils. So just so you're familiar, and feel free to message or put in the chat if you want a copy of this like PDF, basically. Actually, it'll probably be a picture of my worksheet, but it is Breathe. So Breathe Respiratory Blend. We're going to use that today. And then it goes through 7 other oils. So frankincense, peppermint, geranium. Geranium's actually 15% off this month. So if you've never gotten geranium, it's kind of a unique oil. We don't talk about it a lot, but it's very powerful for emotional healing, especially the heart. And then grounding blend, which is balance. That's my personal favorite. Lemon, bergamot, and ylang ylang. So that's the whole collection. If you do the whole technique, again, that's Breathe, frankincense, peppermint, geranium, balance, lemon, bergamot, and ylang ylang. And so the best way to get those, if you're a member, is to do it on your account. You already get the 25% off. Of course, if you do loyalty rewards, you get lots of points and freebies. We still have a couple more days left of the free Clementine special. If you're not a member, talk to whoever invited you to this class, and you can get that whole collection. I put it together. The least expensive way to do it was is to actually get the Healthy Start kit, because that has like half of the oils, and then add on bergamot, balance, ylang ylang, and geranium. And that would be $279 plus tax and shipping. You would also get a diffuser, digestin, deep blue, on guard, oregano, tea tree, and lavender. So you get a lot of stuff for that. There is no Aroma Prana kit, unfortunately. If you put all those oils together in a custom kit, it is quite pricey. It's like over $400. So best way to go is that healthy kit, and you'll get all this. Okay, so that's the housekeeping. Let's dive into what is Aroma Prana technique. Okay, so we're gonna base this off of what they call facts. You might want to call assumptions. If these aren't personal beliefs of yours, I encourage you just to adopt them for the next 15 minutes and just stay open to the possibility that rapid emotional healing is possible, okay? So we like to say, we become what we talk to ourselves about. So what are you talking to yourself about? What's in your head? That's who you're going to become. We use affirmations to change thought patterns. So if we want to change what we've become, we need to change what we tell ourselves, which means changing our thought patterns. Using affirmations is a really effective way to change our thought patterns, especially when coupled with essential oils. We use breathing to clean and restore energy. So if you're tired all the time, you're sick all the time, there is a way you can clean and restore your energy. Breathing is a big part of it. And if you think about benefits of breath, that's better sleep, that's calmer emotions, like it goes on and on and on. We are just healthier when we're breathing better. We can use mudras to send electrical signals to the brain and to the body. So if you look at Buddhas or Hindu temples, you'll see a lot of images of people doing things with their hands, right? And so what they were doing, because we are electrical beings, they're closing the circuit in different ways that correspond with different reflexology points in our hands. So you can actually find mudras for menstrual pain, headaches, like there's so many, literally thousands of different ones. And basically we're sending different signals electrically to our brain and our body. That's not made up or magic, like that's actual, it happens. And then finally, we can use essential oils to communicate with our unconscious brain and the amygdala, which holds our emotions, right? And our memory and our behavior. So when we use essential oils, we're actually getting to that unconscious brain that might be causing some of these limited beliefs in the first place, which are creating our reality. So if we combine all of these together, we can do some really cool, almost magical, witchy things that are truly based in science. All right, so we talked about mudras. We're going to talk about the whole process and then the specific breath techniques that we're going to be using real quick. So if you're doing the whole Aroma Prana technique, we're shifting the emotion, we're changing the patterns. So the first step is becoming aware of the feeling. So at some point, I will ask you to become aware of certain feelings, and then we're going to actually scan our body and see where in our body is that feeling felt the most. So that might be different for you if you've not done yoga or certain body practices. You may have not experienced a release, but basically we say the issues get stored in your tissues. And so we can feel, right, where that issue might be, and that's where we would apply the essential oil. Okay, then once we've become aware, we've applied the oil, then we're going to do a technique called breath of fire, which I'll go over. We'll add a mudra. So there are different ones. We're going to work today with one for abundance because everybody wants more abundance. We're going to say affirmations, and then that will help reset the emotion. It is important to remember that doing this once can have profound emotional effects. Like if you cry or want to kind of rage out or whatever, that's all normal. But also it's very normal to not feel something. And it usually does take a lot of repetition to help reset these emotions and these issues. Not forever, but for a concentrated period of time. So it's always frustrating, right? When you share an oil with someone, they use it once and they're like, it didn't work. I'm like, I never expect something to work on the first try. Sometimes it does, which is pretty cool. But just know that you might want to do this often. And in fact, the authors of this technique said to repeat at least 7 times a day for 7 weeks or until you feel the change. And I thought about that. 7 times a day is like a lot, you know, but for 7 weeks, can we do something for 7 weeks? Yeah, right? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about breath of fire. Basically, it's a bellows kind of technique. So you're only going to be focusing on the exhale. Keep in mind, if you're pregnant or you have heart or circulation issues, you might want to skip this one and just do slow, deep breathing. That's going to be almost as effective. We just want to flood the body with oxygen. We don't want anyone to hurt themselves. But as long as you can do this without threatening your health, it's a rapid exhale out the nose done for a minute or 2. So it looks like this. I'll demonstrate real quick. You can see my body kind of jumps a little bit. And if you were to look at my belly, I'll stand up so you can see, it goes in. So I'm not thinking about inhaling, I'm just thinking in my mind, exhale, 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 and the inhale will naturally come in. If it doesn't, then it just takes practice, right? Sometimes people will exhale, 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 lose all their air. They're not opening and allowing the air to come in. But I find when we work with the oils, it's a little bit easier because your body's going to naturally just want to breathe in. It is good to have a handkerchief or some tissues around because yeah, you'll expel stuff out the nose. It's pretty common. Most of us are stuffy in some way, and that's okay. But we do need to do breath work so that we don't walk around with clogged sinuses all the time, not breathing. So that's breath of fire. We're going to put it all together, but before we do that, we're going to do the cleansing exercise. So on this worksheet, there is a cleanse exercise. You're going to grab your breathe and just put 2 or so drops in your hands. Rub your hands together. And then we're gonna take time breathing through all three orifices that we can breathe from. So first we're gonna do mouth, and I like to just kind of make a little inhaler like this, hold a few inches from your mouth and suck it in. And just do that a few more times. We got that into the mouth, into the throat. Then we're gonna close off one nostril and just breathe 3 or 4 times through one side, inhaling and exhaling. There's benefits to this as well, just breathing in and out of one side. And then as you're ready, gently relax and do the other side. Most likely one side was easier than the other. That's really normal. And then as you're ready, just inhale through both nostrils at once. And you can rub that excess oil on your neck, your chest, and your hair, wherever it's going to stay near your nose. And then just feel free to sit tall, relax your body. Your eyes can remain open or closed. And just take a couple deep, deep breaths here. So feel the breath come all the way in through your nose, down your throat, into your belly, into your chest. Big breaths in. And as you exhale, let all that air go. Exhaling out the nose or the mouth, just release it all, get empty before you take another inhale in. So we're using our full lung capacity to breathe in until you almost feel like a tight balloon stretched out in those lungs. And then as you exhale, you let it go. You allow the lungs to collapse, the diaphragm to lift, and the belly to draw in. Just continue to breathe deeply like this. And every time you exhale, imagine any negative energy in your body filling a balloon. So you're blowing a big balloon full of all the crap you don't want. Exhale that negative energy into the balloon until it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And all that's left is the goodness inside, those positive, happy feelings, those empowered thoughts. Continue to exhale and release limiting beliefs, old toxic sludge, anything that doesn't need to be in there anymore. And when you're done, when you've exhaled all of that out into the balloon, imagine just tying that balloon and letting it float up to the sky. And it's a beautiful eco-friendly balloon that's not going to harm the environment and just keeps lifting up, 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 up. It reaches the atmosphere and then it bursts. And as soon as it opens, all that energy is transmuted to light and love and goodness. And let it go. So that is our beautiful cleansing exercise that we can do anytime we do the Aroma Prana technique, or anytime you're just feeling kind of right? Grab your breathe, imagine blowing all that old stuff into the balloon. Hopefully you're already feeling a little lighter, a little bit more charged. And then we're gonna go into that other breath technique and do the whole process. So on the worksheet, I'm on number 2, Attracting Abundance, which uses peppermint oil. We've already got the peppermint from the breathe. And so let's just reset, sit tall again, maybe close the eyes, maybe keep them open, whatever allows you to be present and focused. Eyes open or closed, up to you. But just start to scan your body and scan your mind, scan your spirit. And could there be any low self-esteem, not feeling good enough, or perhaps some anxiety? So we're looking for those 3 feelings: low self-esteem, not feeling worthy or good enough, or anxiety. And is there one that's like, oh yeah, I know there's a little bit of that for sure, And then start to look a little deeper. And where in your body could you be feeling that the most? Go with your gut instinct, the first thing that comes to your mind. Where in your body are you holding that? And then we're going to give some loving attention to that part of our body. So you might, again, rub the residual oil on your skin or your clothes, doesn't matter. Just where in your body do you need some extra love? Wake up that area. And then as you're ready, we're going to do a round of breath of fire at any pace that works for you. Take an inhale in and exhale out. Half inhale in and through the nose. Exhale, exhale. About halfway there. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, all out. Stay empty as long as you can. And then when you need to, inhale. And normal breath. Keep that normal breath going. And gently bring your hands into the mudra for abundance, which is just bringing the pinky edges together like you're cupping a beautiful pool of water, right? Holding that wherever it feels comfortable. Not squeezing, but not letting any water or abundance drip through. Hold that little pool. And then either in your mind or out loud, for 1 to 3 minutes, we say, I allow growth. 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 Say it in different voices. Loud, quiet, whisper, funny accents. I allow growth. 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 Again and again and again. I allow growth. I allow growth. I allow growth. I allow growth. And repeat it until you start to sense a shift in your energy. That might be felt as little tingles of energy, hot and cold, or nothing at all, right? There's no right, there's no wrong. I allow growth. I allow growth. And as we shift and release anxiety and low self-esteem and not feeling good enough, we naturally increase thoughts of abundance. And we clear things that might be preventing abundance, whether that's financial, health, through relationships, whatever it might be in your life. And as you're ready, you can release that mudra and just find your center, find your peace, however it feels right for you. And so that's just a little snippet, you guys, of Aroma Prana technique. Next time in 2 weeks, we'll go into a bit more of the process itself with some different oils. Definitely get your hands on some geranium if you don't have it, because I think that's going to be really the focus next time, is letting go and accepting change. And geranium is going to be our oil for that. So thank you guys so much. Namaste. I'm going to post this recording shortly. Feel free to share it with whoever needs some breath work. And good job, yogis. Have a wonderful day, everybody.